The war between humanity and the alliance of alien religious fanatics known as the Covenant has ended, leaving billions dead and thousands of planets covered in kilometers of glass. Humanity survived, but what individuals do to survive after the war differs. Some keep fighting, some still believe in their gods, others turn to salvaging the remnants of a broken history. Hello and welcome to Liam's Lyceum. I'm your host, Liam, aka Himbar, and today I'll be doing a spoiler-free review of Kelly Gay's Smoke and Shadow. Smoke and Shadow is the first story by Kelly Gay in the Halo universe. It takes place after the original Halo trilogy and focuses on the daughter of Sergeant Forge from Halo Wars, Rion. It's technically a novella, coming in at 168 pages, which is actually larger than some so-called novels I've read recently, but overall it is a very quick read. I've read over 20 Halo books, though this is my first since Halo Fractures more than a year ago. Smoke and Shadow was released as a digital-only novella in 2016, and received a physical release in 2018. There are two sequels as of this review, Renegades and Point of Light. There's a short story in the anthology Fractures, Into the Fire, that introduces Rion and her crew as well, though this is just part one of being the first two chapters of Smoke and Shadow. Rion is a salvager, based around the Via Casalina trade route. The story starts on the planet Venezia, known for its neutral stance in black market and terrorism, often called insurrectionists or innies for short in the Halo universe. Rion and her crew have just finished a job, and even though they got a nice payout, she'd rather take another lead than take some R&R. Rion takes her crew on her ship Ace of Spades to Iro, a moon in the Ectonus system on the border of the inner and outer colonies. That's about it for story that I'll give you. Rion herself is a total badass just like her father, and the depth of her loss of her father, coupled with her wit as a leader, gives her great character that is very thoroughly explored, and honestly I was very impressed with Gay's character work. Not just in Rion, but with all the support characters as well. We have a few of the alien species that used to make up the Covenant, namely Jackals and Zanheili. The story does bring forth the feel of Halo, that even against impossible odds, humanity perseveres. People die during this book too, and in general, Halo works some of the best character deaths that I've ever read into a story ever. The story doesn't really take the time to explain all the lore of the Halo universe. Besides that, it works on its own, and it would be a good short intro to the Halo novels for those interested, though you would be missing some of that background lore from the novels and previous games as well. And so you definitely could start here, but it would be a baptism of smoke and shadow, so to speak. For those unaware, the traditional starting place is Halo: The Fall of Reach. And one note on, while Gay doesn't really explore a ton of the Halo universe and explain a lot of things, I do appreciate how she managed to incorporate things from the broader Halo lore while coming up with a new and interesting story that does keep the feeling of Halo, but really takes it in a different direction. It's not military focused for one thing, and it's definitely not Spartan focused, which are the super soldiers that dominate the Halo universe as far as fiction and video games go. I feel like the story really shines in plot and in character work, and for those who are a fan of the Halo setting, it definitely works as well. It's harder for me to come in unbiased since I have so much experience with the Halo universe, but I also think it's just well established here as well for even those who would not be experienced with it. So let me know if you're interested in reading this. Let me know if you've read any other Halo works, are a fan of the games, or whatnot. But I did enjoy this book, and I will just leave it here, really short. This has been Liam with Liam's Lyceum, and I do shortly plan on getting to Halo Renegades and continuing the story of Ace of Spades and Rion Forge. Until next time.